Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the NBA Talk. I'm with your boy, Will, the Warriors fan.
That's right.
Of course, this is Alex Smallz, Small Sports Show, all that fun stuff. Will, we're doing a little NBA wrap-up. I saw the Raptors and the Cavs last night. You really didn't.
Well, you saw the Cavs, essentially.
I mean, they were there for a quarter. I mean, Demar was hitting his shots, and then Kyle Lowry didn't do anything. If you missed it, 5 minutes left in the second half, Kyle Lowry ran into the locker room and just started screaming at himself. He had he self-combusted. He self-destructed at the end of the first half. And the Raptors were done. I even said that we were going to get swept before this series. I'm just hoping they win a game, honestly.
I do too. I really hope so.
It's really bad.
It would be kind of cool, though, if LeBron won, just rattled off 12 straight wins in the playoffs. And
That'd be crazy.
And then ended up losing to the Warriors. I mean, I'd love nothing more than that. I think it would set up they're on a crash course right now, I think, LeBron and the Warriors. I mean, I can't wait to see what happens.
Well, I have a hot stat from Reggie Miller that the last two playoff teams to start 10-0 didn't win the title.
Wow.
Yeah, that's from Reggie Miller this morning on the Dan Patrick Show. Last topic about the Raptors before we move into the Western Conference amazingness. Demar Derozan. He's got to be like, what the heck is going on here? Kyle Lowry self-destructing, 18 points in 2 games. He has 9 turnovers, 8 field goals. That's really bad. And one assist.
Very bad.
And 1 assist.
But they still get to go home and play 2 games at home. And
right.
if they can win Game 3, then it might be a little bit of a series. I mean, Kyle Lowry's been up and down all playoffs long.
Right.
He had those, 2 35-point games right at the end of the Heat series. He hasn't been consistent. So if he gets home, feels good.
Right.
Feels good with his crowd. He can maybe snatch a game. 1 game, maybe?
Listen, I'm thinking like DeMar DeRozan, and I believe his head is already in Los Angeles. I think his mind is already made up. I'm not going to win with this team. Kyle Lowry keeps disappearing playoff after playoff. He's too inconsistent. I'm going to go to the Lakers, where there's $30 million in cap space, 3 top 10 picks, possibly another superstar coming. That's where I think DeMar's going.
I hear you, but I guess it's just tough moving to the West. If you're in the East, you're the 2 seed in the East. That's pretty darn good, and you can have a pretty easy path.
How bad is the East right now?
It's very bad. And the West was bottom. The bottom of the West wasn't as good as it usually is this year. But you still at the top. You still have the Warriors. You're gonna have the Thunder, Clippers. I mean, if they stay together, Portland's coming up. The Spurs, they always find ways to get it done. So you can go to
Utah, New Orleans. A lot of great things. But speaking of the Western Conference, well, let's just dip into it. If you can't see right now, which you can't because this is an audio-only podcast, hot take. He's wearing blue and gold. I don't know if that's a Warriors shirt. He's going to zip it down for us.
It is.
It is strength in numbers, and this is a 2016 version.
Yes.
I could tell. Conference finals. That's this series.
Yeah, it was actually from the loss.
Oh.
My buddy went to the game and brought one back.
Oh.
So I'm not going to tell everyone that, but I'll forget that in a couple of years when we have the championship locked up.
Let's talk about the Western Conference Finals. Game 2, the Warriors came out and they slapped around the Oklahoma City Thunder. It was pretty impressive. I was just joking around with Will. My heart wants the Thunder to win. I really want the Thunder to win because I love Kevin Durant. And I love how Russell Westbrook just doesn't care. He's Kobe 2.0, right? It could be it could be like a Tuesday game in Sacramento, and he's still going at it like it's the NBA Finals. Love Kevin Durant. My mind says Warriors are going to win this series. And after what I saw after Game 2, that 20-point blowout, I know, Will, you're going to hit it real quick, real hard, real fast. But I believe that the Oklahoma City Thunder are done, and they've been figured out by the Warriors. I'm going to let you go, though. I'm going to hear your points, and I'll tell you mine.
I don't even know if we completely figured them out. That almost the entire first half, it was close to a 1 or 2 possession game.
Right.
And then, Iggy goes off for a little run. We have a nice cushion at halftime. But we didn't play as well as I thought coming out of the gates. And then Steph Curry goes 15 points in under 2 minutes.
Yep.
And then it was over. And, Klay Thompson, 15 points. I think Draymond had like 14 or 12 or something. And we didn't play our best basketball, and we still won by 28 points. And I know lots of garbage time there in the fourth quarter.
Lots of garbage time.
But as a Warriors fan, it's the best possible situation for 1-1. The first game you lose, not playing your best ball, you still, only 6-point loss, still could have won. And then game 2, you have all the momentum. So I'm stoked on this series. I want to say Warriors in 5.
There's a reason why the Warriors haven't lost a back-to-back game this year. Let's do a little refresher for everybody. When the Warriors were down 2-1 against Memphis last year, what happened?
3 straight wins.
They came back and smacked them. When Cleveland was up 2-1 in the NBA Finals against Golden State, what happened?
3 straight wins.
Okay. When Oklahoma City was up 1-0 against Miami in the NBA Finals, what happened?
3 straight wins by the Heat.
Okay. And what do we have here? We're seeing a pattern. The Thunder up 1-0, smacked around. The writing's on the wall, and I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to give you 3. I think I have 3. I may have 2, may have 3. We'll see. The first one, Andre Roberson. You know who I'm talking about.
Of course.
Shooting guard for the Thunder. They thought he was going to be the new Tabo. He ended up being the new Tony Allen. They put Andrew Bogut on him. He can't hit a ball. Nobody's guarding him. And now he's roaming the paint. And what does that do? Well, Russell Westbrook can't do anything now. He can't penetrate. He had a bad game. They let KD do his thing. They let KD get 30, 10 of 18, right? Because they're winning the battle on the inside. The other adjustment, they took Steph Curry off of Russell Westbrook, and now they put Klay Thompson,
which they should have done
on Russell Westbrook, which
in game 1.
Yeah, but they were probably just testing it. It's a series. Steve Kerr knows what's up. Westbrook radically different against Thompson. Radically different. Andrew Bogut is winning the sneaky dirty championship right now against Steven Adams. This is a world championship match. Steven Adams versus Andrew Bogut for the most sneaky dirty player in the league. And Bogut's winning right now.
He is great at that.
He is the best sneaky dirty player.
Always been so sneaky. But I'm surprised you haven't brought up Serge Ibaka because he is just nowhere. He's nowhere.
But he's been non-existent the whole year. He hasn't found a place in this Billy Donovan offense. This is where Cantor...
I'm talking defensively, though. Like, he used to be Serge Ibaka. Like, he just is not a threat at the rim.
But he's a Dwight Howard type, where if he doesn't get his shots or his buckets, he's not going to really be on it on defense. He needs his touches. With Brooks, he got a lot of touches. With Donovan, he likes Cantor and Adams more, the Stash brothers. Stephen Curry looked up and down Serge Ibaka. He let that happen to him. Draymond Green punking Steven Adams. This just shows me that the Golden State Warriors, I feel like they figured him out and they're punking him now. That's why I say it's over, because the body language shows and the history shows that Thunder are in a very bad place.
Yeah, I could still see this coming back to Oracle 2-2. I mean, they can still win at home. We have to remember this team they just beat the Spurs, one of the a 67-win team, top 10 record in history, and they got that done with a lot of road wins. So I don't know. I don't want to say it's completely over yet.
It's not.
Especially like if you're a Thunder fan and you're going home 1-1, that you got to count that. You got to count that as a win.
You're stoked.
You could have gone down 2-0 easily to this Warriors.
I just see it. I just look at the adjustments, and Billy Donovan didn't have an adjustment for that. Hopefully, he has an adjustment for next game because he's got to figure out what he's going to do with Roberson. He may not be able to start Roberson now because you need to keep somebody honest.
Why don't they start Cantor?
Because Cantor's too big, and then where are you going to put Ibaka?
Bench Ibaka.
No, they have a weak shooting guard. Like if they had like a JJ Redick.
If I'm Thunder, I'm starting Cantor. I'm benching Ibaka, just from what I've seen of Ibaka.
Well, that's fair because those two guys play much better together. But it's unreal. Like I think.
What's your call? Are you calling Warriors in 5? I mean, that's just. I want to be a confident Warriors.
I'm gonna say
this series is.
I think they'll split the games in Oklahoma City.
Okay.
I really think this is going to be a good series. Warriors will win Game 5, and I think they'll close them out in 6. So I will say Warriors in 6.
That's very likely.
After a resilient effort, but I just feel like Steve Kerr is just going to keep getting a step ahead of Billy Donovan.
And again, we didn't play our best basketball, and it was just over so quickly. I mean, Steph didn't even have 30 points. I mean, he can do more damage than that. So. I'm looking forward to it.
The bench was completely different as well. The bench played much better. That's it. We got our predictions. I'm picking Oklahoma City to win tomorrow.
Really?
Sorry, Sunday. I'll pick Cleveland to win Saturday, and I'll pick
nice pick,
ballsy, and I'll pick Oklahoma City to take a 2-1 lead.
I'm just going to take the opposite of you. I'm going to go Warriors are winning Game 3, and I'm feeling pretty good about the Game 3 win.
Okay.
When we're up 2-1, we might get a little bit complacent and drop Game 4, especially we're headed back home for Game 5. We're winning Game 3, and then the Raptors, if they're going to get a game, it's going to be Game 3 at home. First Eastern Conference Finals, I think, ever for the Raptors, right? I mean, their home
This is
crowd
the first Eastern Conference Finals.
It's going to be crazy. The Cavs might.
Hopefully they get a win.
Yeah, hopefully they do. So I'll take the Raptors there.
I know the Warriors haven't lost back-to-back games, but I believe the Thunder haven't lost back-to-back games this postseason either. So this should be very interesting.
But they've lost back-to-back games this season.
That is true. But this is a different season.
I know.
A 7-game series is different. That's it from us, guys. Make sure to follow Will at Phil and Will.
Yeah, I mean, Survivor's over now, but it was a great season.